Good afternoon. This is Carrie Bliss, and I'm one of the counselors at the high school. I work with freshmen and students with IEPs. So I'm here to talk to the class of 2025. I hope that your freshman year has gone well so far, and it's hard to believe that it's been a year since we came over to the middle school and did course enrollment. We talked through a lot at that point, and I'm sure that you have forgotten where to go or what to look for in terms of your course enrollment for next year, your sophomore year. I wanted to first show you here on our website where to go. First of all, that's harrisonvilleschools.org. And if you go to the high school, on the left-hand side, you have to scroll down a little bit, you will see a tab for counselors. Please click on that. And you have our contact information, and the second one down is course enrollment on the left hand side. So if you click on that, you will find all of the information that you need. This is just the general page. So again, you'll see some drop down menus pop up, and the first one is our Program of Studies guide. That is our long PDF, about 60 pages, that has a lot of information in there, A+ stuff, graduation requirements, all of that at the beginning, career paths in the middle, course descriptions toward the end. So you could click on that and scroll through that if you would like, or you may go over to the Department Course Information tab, and you will have all these individual pages for you to click on. So if you just want to know what classes are available in science, for example, you can click on just the science link and you will get a PDF of their course descriptions. I picked this one just to show you, for example, if you see a class that has a line through it, check and you'll note it is not offered next year. Your sophomore year, but you could certainly consider taking it your junior year if you would like to place it in your schedule. So that is just our course website, lots of information. You can go back to clicking on any of these links. Also all the way down here at the bottom, Cass Career Center classes if you're interested. The biggest thing as completing your freshman year is to look at what courses for graduation that you have gotten completed. So I want to bring you to our enrollment form, and you've gotten this in your advisory. If you have not, it is on our website under course enrollment forms, just above Department Course Information. If you need to make another copy, you're also welcome to stop by our office and we can get you another copy if needed. Okay. You will see that the freshman through senior year is still listed on here, just like the 8th grade one we did last year, because we want you to continue looking at your 4-year plan as you begin to make course choices for just next year. If you recall, the form has on the top right-hand side all of the graduation requirements listed. So I just wanted to take a moment to go through these. There are 25.5 credits required, and you'll do 4 years of language arts, 3 years of social studies. One of them has to be successfully completed in American history, which you are in this year. Mathematics, 3 credits, and science, 3 credits. So those are our core courses, 13 credits of those. For fine arts, you have to do 2 semesters or 1 year of fine arts. That's going to be your choir, band, theater, or art classes. Practical arts, you have to do 1 year of that or 2 semesters. That would be business, journalism, any of the classes down at the Cass Career Center, FACS, our engineering program. All of those are considered practical arts. You have also 2 semesters of PE to do, and then a semester of health and a semester of personal finance. All of those were available to you freshman year with the exception of personal finance. So I want to just talk to you about let's go through and complete your form so that you have this year's courses listed, not to mention what you're going to look at for next year. So usually I like to take the first row and do English because you do have to have 4 years of that. So for sophomores next year, you're going to be going into English 2. Most of you as a junior would do English 3. And then your senior year, there are a lot of choices. So again, I'm still just going to pencil in parentheses English, just so you have that section reserved for whatever English class you choose at that point. If we go on to social studies, you are doing American history right now. And so most of you will go and take world history next year. There are some options if you would like to look at advanced placement or AP world history. If you're doing very well at making an A in American history and you like history, you want to have an opportunity to take an advanced placement course, you might be interested in signing up for that. As I tell all students, make sure you take an AP course in a subject that you like and are familiar with and you want to excel in, because you do take an exam at the end of the year for an AP course. That exam can get you college credit at most universities, but it does depend on the score you get on the exam. Your junior year, you would be penciling in American government because that is a requirement for graduation. That's the one we talked about, includes the Missouri Constitution and the U.S. Constitution test. There is also an advanced placement, there's a dual credit option for American government through UCM, so you could get some college credit while also getting high school credit. That takes care of 3 social studies, so this leaves your 12th grade year open to either a social studies class or something else. I recommend if you're going into, health or human services, psychology is a good one, sociology is a good one to take as an additional social studies elective. For math, so we have a couple of courses here as far as paths. If you are currently in Algebra 1 right now, then you will move on and go to geometry, and then most likely go to Algebra 2. That is the traditional path. I highly recommend that you stick through Algebra 2 if you have any aspirations of going on to college. Now, you would shift these over if you are doing geometry right now. So you would be putting in geometry. And then your sophomore year for next year, your teacher is recommending you, I'm sure, for Algebra 2. And then your junior year, most of you will go on and do like a semester of trig or stats, and then probably a semester of college algebra. Okay, just to give you an idea. If you are on currently enrolled in Algebra 1A, you would do Algebra 1B your sophomore year, and then your junior year, you would do geometry. Okay, I would suggest you talk to your math teacher with regards to what math class you need to take next year. Science, if you were in Algebra 1, then you were taking environmental science. And so then your sophomore year required science is biology. And then your junior year, there are so many science classes to choose from. I'm just going to pencil that in science. And again, I'm not filling anything in senior year, but I know many of you will go on to take more science, math, social studies. Some of you, if you are in geometry, you did have the choice to take biology your freshman year. Okay, so then next year you just need to choose a science class. Good choices for college-bound students are chemistry, physics, even geoscience. So again, take a look at those course descriptions. There are several science classes to choose from that come after successfully completing biology. So if you remember, this plan shows our 13 core credits taken care of. So that's all of these done. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight those in red because we've got those now penciled in. Okay, so now let's take a look about, did you get health done your freshman year? Either semester 1 or semester 2. Maybe you got it done semester 1, and so then you can mark off health in your on your form. Maybe you got 1 or 2 semesters of PE done. Okay, so again, that tells you what you have to still to complete. Maybe you were in band or jazz band or show choir or theater arts, or you took art fundamentals and drawing, or art fundamentals and fibers or ceramics, and you got your fine arts done. So you can cross that off. You want to take a look at personal finance and make a decision as to where you would like for that class to be. You know, if you're ready to get it out of the way, it is available to sophomores. But again, somewhere anytime between now and graduation is when you have to complete that. Now, you'll notice that Study Center was listed as a requirement for grade 9. It is not a requirement for grades 10 through 12. But that becomes a decision on your part, because if you took a Study Center every semester, you would still get 7 credits per year, thus completing high school with 28 credits. Graduation requirements are 25.5. So you would still have plenty of credits if you felt like you needed to be in a study center each semester moving forward. Okay, so that is your decision. Now, some people may be choosing to do, you know, a combination of band and jazz band and choir and a foreign language, Spanish or German. We are also going to be offering French next year. So you can put in a foreign language as well. Remember, the green section, grade 10, is the part that has to be completely filled out by March 8th when you meet with your advisor. Actually, last day of advisory class is Monday, March 7th, and then Tuesday night you'll do a phone conference or a video conference with you and a parent and your advisor to kind of go over and make sure these are the courses listed in this green section that you definitely want to have in SIS as we go to build the master schedule. Make sure down here at the bottom that you do list alternative classes, because while we know that a lot of students want to, you know, fit in a certain class, maybe you want to fit in aerobics, but that happens to be the same hour that jazz band is or something to that effect. So you need to give us another option. So maybe if you're not doing aerobics, maybe then you're willing to do girls' weights. One comment on weights, ladies and gentlemen, if you are wanting to have it a specific semester, make sure you list that as, you know, either semester 1 only or semester 2 only, or maybe you want it all year. Remember, weights is the PE class that you can take every semester for your 4-year plan. So like I said, the big thing to remember is that you give us alternative courses at the bottom, 1 or 2, 3 or 4, especially the more classes you choose that are semester classes, typically the more replacements we have to have. Make sure you put in if you want Study Center to be one of your classes. And like I said, go up and check these graduation requirements and make sure you are fulfilling those by looking on our website and asking your advisor or sending me an email. If you have any questions, email me at carrie.bliss@harrisonvilleschools.org. anytime in these next 2 weeks, and we will be happy to help you with your course enrollment. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Miss Cates, and I'm a sophomore counselor at Harrisonville High School. Many of you have already began the course enrollment process for your junior year, and I'm sure you're aware of all the courses and all of the opportunities that you want to take advantage of over the next coming years. Today, I want to give you a couple of tips and reminders as you complete this process and plan for your future. Just a reminder of our graduation requirements. At Harrisonville High School, you're required to complete 25.5 credits in order to graduate. Here's the breakdown of how those credits add up. In the left-hand column, you have the classes, or the department of classes you'll have to complete. On the right-hand side, you have the number of credits that need to be completed in each one of those categories. For example, mathematics. At Harrisonville, we require 3 credits minimum of math in order to graduate. However, I can say that if you are interested in pursuing college after high school, we strongly recommend you take at least 4 credits. This is because most colleges and universities recommend taking 4 credits. Statistically, students who take 4 credits of math all 4 years of high school, tend to perform better in post-secondary institutions such as 2- and 4-year universities. Your electives credits the requirement is 8.5 credits. These are relatively easy to get over your 4 years at Harrisonville. These are going to be all of the non-core classes that you're interested in taking. So, pretty easy to get those. Health is a graduation requirement. Personal finance is a graduation requirement. If you haven't taken personal finance, I would recommend taking it your junior year and getting it out of the way. As you're completing your course enrollment form, it can be really helpful to check your transcript to know where you're at. You can do this by looking up your academic history in your SIS portal. If you have questions or having trouble accessing that, I know that any teacher or your advisor or myself would be happy to pull that up and look it over with you. On your enrollment form, there is a section where you can track the graduation requirements that you have met and the ones that you still need to get. And I'll show you that here when we get to that page. All right, here's our course enrollment form. So we'll be focusing on this blue column section down here, grade 11. So make sure it has your name on it, graduation year, your counselor. Here's the section I was talking about where you can track your graduation requirements. Remember, you need that 25.5 to graduate. So if you know for a fact you've completed your fine arts credit, you can just put an X, cross it off, check mark, whatever you want to do to mark it to let yourself know that you have fulfilled that requirement. Same for practical arts. Or maybe you've completed your science credits. This is for you to use to help you know where you're at, what you still need, and what you've completed. Okay, junior year. So, majority of you will need to do English. So make sure that you have an English class included on your course of study. You will also need American Government if you haven't already taken this class. This class sets you up for being able to take the Constitution test, which is a graduation requirement per the state of Missouri. So if you haven't taken this class, make sure you have it in your schedule. And just a reminder, you do have to have 3 history credits in order to graduate. You will also need 3 science credits. So, make sure that you have a science built in here if you have not already completed your 3 science credits. There are so many different options for science. So I encourage you to visit the Harrisonville High School webpage, and under the Counselors tab, you'll find course enrollment information. Under there there's a programs of studies. And I would suggest looking at that and picking from the list of science courses offered based on what you want to do with your future. There are so many options for juniors. So I encourage you to read the course description and pick what you think will benefit you best. The same for math. You will need 3 credits of math in order to graduate. This could be Algebra 2, college algebra, statistics, trig. Again, there are so many opportunities for math courses, so I encourage you to look up the math department program of studies and decide which math will set you up for the most success, which will benefit you, and which one you might find more interesting. If you haven't already done so, I suggest you take personal finance. This could also be taken your senior year if you can't fit it into your junior year schedule, but it is a graduation requirement, so do not forget to take it. If you have applied to STA or the CCC, or want to take Summit Tech Academy program or a CCC program in your senior year, go ahead and mark off these last 4 boxes, because that will put a placeholder there letting us know you would like to try to get into one of those courses at either STA or CCC. And then you can build the rest of your requirements around these blocked off boxes. It's a visual aid for you to know what amount of space you're working with and making sure you've planned out the rest of your high school academic career. After you've completed filling in your junior and senior year of the courses you would like to take, please, please, please fill out the list of alternative classes section. We reference this list of classes anytime we can't get you into your first choice, which I will say is very rare. We do our absolute best to give every student their first choice classes. Sometimes we are not able to do that. By having this filled really helps us put you in something that you would still enjoy taking. So there you have it. Kind of a starting point for where you should be and what you should be focusing on for your junior year. If you have any questions or concerns about planning for 11th grade and working out the rest of your schedule, classes that you would like to take the remainder of high school, please do not hesitate to come to my office or shoot me an email, and I'd be more than happy to sit down and look at this with you or answer any questions that you might have. Real quick, before we end, I just want to remind you of all of the opportunities. There are dual credit classes that you can take for college credit. We offer these through MCC, UCM, UMKC, and there are a lot of opportunities. This is a significantly cheaper way to go ahead and start earning some of those college credits and crossing things off of your college course requirements. AP courses are also an opportunity for you to try to earn college credit. However, college credit is only given if you reach a certain score on an AP course exam. AP course exams are not required if you take the AP course. However, if you want to try to earn college credit, you do have to take the AP exam. Cass Career Center and Summit Tech Academy, their application process opens in the spring. It has already started for this year. However, if it's something you want to do next year, you might just put that on your calendar or build it into your course enrollment form. And again, A+, if you're wanting to participate in the A+ program, this is the year you can start taking that class to start getting your hours. All right. I wish you all the best in your enrollment planning process. And again, if you need anything, please reach out. Have a great day.
Congratulations! You have made it to the senior enrollment. I know for some of you it probably seems like just the other day that you were filling out your enrollment forms for your freshman year. And I'm sure for most of your parents, that is exactly how they feel. The high school years go extremely fast. My name is Julie Zaring, and I'm one of the counselors at the high school. I work with seniors, so I'll be spending lots of time going over your transcripts and talking with you about different credits and requirements that you have. Tonight I wanted to talk to you specifically about senior enrollment and the things that you need to be considering and thinking about as you are filling out your enrollment form. First of all, please make sure that you know what the graduation requirements are. Extremely important that you are looking through your transcript and making sure that you are meeting all of the specific class requirements as well as your total credit requirement. Please remember, total credits are 25.5. So you need to make sure that you have that met as well. So not only the specific course requirements, but also the overall credit requirements. Moving on, as you are working on doing this, it's important to look at your transcript. Please work with your advisors, get your transcript, and make sure that you are going over the requirements that you have met and making sure that you know what you still have to meet your senior year. The best way to do this is by looking at your course enrollment form. So I want to take a minute to show you what you need to make sure that you're filling out on your course enrollment. All right, so here we are with a copy of the course enrollment form that you should have received from your advisor. If you did not, please ask them for one. We also, if you've lost it or just aren't sure where it's at, we have these located on our website as well that you can print off a copy there, or you can come to the counseling office to get a copy. Your enrollment form as a senior should have the grade 12 in purple because that's the courses that we are going to be looking at for you this year. As you fill out this form, please make sure that you fill in your student name, first and last name, please, extremely important. Other things that I want you to just kind of keep in mind as you're looking at the form, we have graduation requirements listed right over here on the right-hand side. Look through those and make sure that you are meeting all of those graduation requirements. We've put them there so that you can easily refer back to them as you are filling out your form. We will be looking specifically at this grade 12. However, as you are filling out your enrollment form, it's extremely important for you to look at this whole form and make sure that you are taking the time to fill out grade 9, grade 10, grade 11 with the classes you have. As you fill that out, you can come back up here and mark off the credits that you have to make sure that you are earning the credits that you need in order to graduate. Once you have taken that time to fill out grades 9, 10, and 11, then you will know for sure what you need to do as far as these graduation requirements are, what you will need your senior year. I will tell you for most seniors, they're going to need the last year of English because there's 4 requirements there. So most of you will probably have a full year of English, which would be filling out 2 blocks for your English classes. And then maybe a couple other things. Hopefully, other than that, you've got pretty much everything done. It is also important to please, please, please fill out alternative courses. We do our absolute best to get you enrolled in every single class that you want to up in this purple section. That is our goal, is to provide each and every one of those classes to you. Unfortunately, sometimes it just does not work out, and we do have to replace one of these classes you've put in your grade 12 with an alternative course. So please make sure that these courses down here in the alternative course selection are courses that you are interested in taking. Take your time on this enrollment form. Make sure that you have filled it all out. Make sure that you have met all of these graduation requirements. And make sure that the classes that you have in the grade 12 purple sections are classes that you are looking forward to taking. So as I mentioned, that course enrollment form is really extremely important for you to take your time with. I know sometimes you get to these enrollment forms and you just want to fill them out fast and be done. But please, especially this senior year, make sure that you take your time. Make sure that you are filling out the entire form, grade 9, 10, 11, and 12. Make sure you're checking your academic history and SIS, working with your advisor to look over your transcript to make sure that you've met all of those graduation requirements. Check them out on the form as you start filling out your form so that you know for sure that you have completed everything that you need to in order to graduate. Credits and future plans. So these are other things. Once you've kind of gotten the basics of your course enrollment form filled out, know what you need in order to graduate, the classes that you have to take. Like I said, for a lot of you, it's probably just going to be that English, but there may be a few other things here and there that you still have to finish up. Once you've done that, make sure that you put those specific classes, the ones that you know you have to graduate, on your form. Get those on there right away. Then, as I said before, please remember that you have 8.5 elective credits in order to graduate. You have to meet that magic number of 25.5 credits to graduate. Elective credits really are very simple and easy to get, and you get those just by filling up your schedule. So, for example, if you are a band student, the first year that you took band as a freshman covers your fine art credit. That credit is now done. But if you decide to take band the next 3 years, the next 3 credits you earn in band will go towards your elective credits. So they really will take care of themselves. I just mention them because sometimes people think, well, I've met my English, math, science, social studies credits, my fine arts, practical arts, all of those, I've met those specific requirements, so I should be able to graduate. But they don't realize that they only have 20 credits and they need 25.5. So again, just keep that 25.5 number in mind. Most of you will have absolutely no issues with that, and you'll meet that without a problem. Just keep that in mind and know that you still have to meet that 25.5. So once you've got those things on your enrollment form, please take some time to think about what your future goals are. Make sure you are taking classes that will benefit you for what it is you are planning on doing after high school. Keep those things in mind as you are filling out your enrollment form. Things for you to think about that you might not have had the opportunity to do before your senior year, different opportunities that you have as a senior that you may not have had before. So dual credit opportunities. We have a lot of dual credit opportunities that you can take advantage of. If college is your plan for after high school, these are great options for you, a little bit cheaper, and most of them or some of them are with your teachers that you have here in the building. So we have dual credit opportunities here in the building. We also have dual credit opportunities online. So if you are somebody that enjoys online work, take some time to look at our online options. We have online options through UCM, through MCC, and we do have a new college coming to town, Drury. So they are going to have some options for us as well when it comes to dual credit. So keep those things in mind and maybe fill your schedule with those. There's also work release. If you've met all the requirements that you have and you are ready to get into the workforce, or you need to make some extra money for college, or whatever your plan is, we do have work release opportunities. Mrs. Moore is the person to talk to about, or you're welcome to talk to me as well. A+, have you met your A+ requirements? Are you planning on getting A+ certified? I think it's a great opportunity for all students, whether you plan on using A+ or not. It's a great thing to have just in case. Sometimes scholarships are offered in four-year universities and everything else. So if you haven't met your A+ requirements, take a look at those and maybe make sure that you get that requirement done. Senior year, try something new. Try something that you haven't tried before. Do something for fun. Please make sure that you set up a schedule that is challenging for you and preparing you for your future goals, but is also giving you the opportunity to do something maybe that you haven't done before, or something that's fun within your senior schedule. So make sure that you have a good balance in your senior schedule. And again, please take your time. Make sure you're filling out classes that you want to take and that you know that you will enjoy your senior year. Senior year is an exciting time. There's so much going on, and there's so many things that you're looking forward to, and so many plans that you're making for after senior year. Please take this time as you're working on your enrollment to plan your classes that are going to help you for whatever it is you have planned for the future, as well as provide you with opportunities to have fun and to learn new things. I look forward to working with each and every one of you and making your senior year a very successful, fun time for you. Have a great evening.